Okay, when you're ready for today's class, grab your bolster or a couple other props. We will be doing some restorative yoga near the end of our class today. We're going to start standing today, up at the top of your mat or really anywhere. It doesn't really matter quite yet where you're standing. I'm going to face you and just kind of sway around, moving your weight from foot to foot. Maybe kind of moseying around your mat, just getting in touch with your foundation here, the bottom of your feet. You can kind of exaggerate your movements if you want, or go really slow and feel like everything along the way. We'll just do that for a little bit longer. Just kind of taking this little walk and starting to notice how you're feeling. And when you feel ready for a little bit of stillness, go ahead, find a comfortable foot position and a comfortable hand or arm position. You can let your hands just kind of be back down by your sides or grabbing opposite elbows or holding on to the stomach. So maybe try something to start and just know that you can change it up anytime. If you want, you can close your eyes here and feeling the support from the soles of your feet all the way up your legs, all the way up the spine to the crown of your head. Start to deepen your breath and deepen your awareness of your breath. Expanding, breathing diaphragmatically, letting the belly widen and expand in all directions with your inhales, and letting everything soften back with your exhales. Noticing anything else with your physical body here for the next few moments. Just checking in, seeing how things are. If you'd like to set a dedication or intention for your practice, now is a great time to bring something to mind. Something you'd like to focus on or cultivate in your day or in your life. And let's take 3 clearing breaths together, inhaling through your nose and sighing out of your mouth. 2 more times. Go ahead and start to open your eyes if they were closed. We'll start to find a little bit of a swaying or shaking kind of movement. Eventually ending up in a willow tree kind of pose. But if there's anything else that just feels natural, go ahead and move through those things. And eventually we'll start to move into a twist. So just letting the arms hang loose, gently tapping on the torso at either side. And if you tend to get dizzy, just keeping your gaze straight ahead, or possibly exploring by turning into your twist, as long as you don't get dizzy easily. This might do it. And slowing it down back to stillness. With an inhale, let's sweep the arms up and overhead, looking up as the hands join. Exhale, sweep your arms down and around. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms reach high, neck, gaze lifts. Exhale, lower the arms back down. Inhale, arms reach high. This time we join the palms, and exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. Inhale, spread the palms, keeping your fingers touching. Exhale, flatten your hands. Inhale, expand. Exhale, flatten. Inhale, hands go high. Exhale, baby back bend. We'll bend the elbows, puff the chest up, and squeeze the glutes here to protect the low back. Eventually using an inhale to rise back up. Exhale, interlace your fingers and press the palms toward the sky, continuing to breathe at your own pace as you find a little bit of side bending, or maybe taking some kind of circular movements. All right, with an inhale, coming back to center, and exhale, lower your arms down. We'll start to move to the top of our mat next. Spinning your palms to face the front edge of your mat. Inhale, circle your shoulders up toward your ears, and then exhale, circle them back and down, tucking them into their places. With your inhale, rise up to your tippy toes, and exhale, lower down. A few more rounds of that. Inhale, rise up to your tippy toes. Exhale, lower down. Last time, inhale, rising up. Stay lifted here if you'd like. For your exhale, inhale to reach the arms high. Exhale, lower your heels, forward fold. Ragdoll here. So maybe toe heeling your feet out a little bit wider. You could hold on to blocks here, maybe bending opposite knees a couple of times, and eventually getting into that ragdoll pose with the upper body hanging kind of loose. Option to sway or grab opposite elbows. Inhale, halfway lift, sliding your hands up to the thighs. Exhale, fold, bending your knees extra deep. Inhale, rise all the way back up, fingertips joining overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale at the center. Exhale, twist to the right, either keeping your hands here at heart center or extending them in either direction. One more breath in on this side. And exhale, come back to center, hands together. Inhale here, preparing. Exhale, twist to the left. Maybe expanding through the arms or keeping hands at heart center. One more breath in and out. Inhale, rise back up to center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, extra deep bend of the knees. Inhale, spring your way on up, joining hands overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Let's get in a nice flow with this. So follow your own pace. Inhaling as we reach up. Exhaling, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold with that extra deep bend of the knees. Push your feet into the floor. Inhale, rise up, join palms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. One last time. Inhale, hands go high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bending your knees a little deeper. We're switching things up here. Inhale, chair pose. Sweep your arms forward and up. Exhale, airplane your arms. Reach the head forward. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Chair pose. Exhale, plane your arms. One last time like this. Inhale, chair, and exhale, airplane. Let your hands come down to the floor or blocks. Let's step the right foot back and lower the right knee down to the mat. You can stack your hands on top of your left thigh or reach your hands up and overhead. Take a breath in and out. Option to stay right here or turn this into a little back bend, cactusing the arms and lifting the chest and gaze. Inhale, hands reach. Exhale, baby back bend. One more time, inhale, reach high. And exhale, baby back bend. Breathe like normal, bringing your hands down to blocks. Step your left knee back to meet your right in tabletop position. Let's lower the chest all the way down to the floor. Big breath in and out. Press the tops of your feet down into the mat. Inhale, rise up to baby cobra. Just go like halfway. And exhale, lower back down. Inhale, just half effort here as you rise. And exhale, lower. Even less this time, just inhale, rise up to about 25%. And then exhale, lower down. Big breath in. And out. Inhale, press your way up to tabletop. And exhale back to child's pose. Your knees could go out wide toward the edges of your mat or stay a little closer together. Strong breath here. Hopefully not strong smelling, just strongly flowing. Maybe tenting your fingertips up and reaching through your shoulders a little bit, or swaying kind of side to side with the chest. Inhale, rise back up, tabletop. Grabbing blocks, and then exhale, find downward facing dog. We'll take a few breaths here, pedaling the legs out if you want to. Just making sure your breath is always flowing. Inhale, bend your knees, look up toward the top of your mat. Exhale, walk your hands to the back of your mat. Forward fold at the back. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold with an extra deep bend of the knees. Inhale, rise up, palms join overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a few moments, creating a sense of balance, letting your body kind of catch up, noticing any needs that you might need to meet, maybe a sip of water. Remembering your intention here. Balancing out effort and ease, so you're just using enough effort. Let's take a clearing breath in through the nose and a sigh to release. Let your hands come down by your sides. Let's shift over to the right foot and start to find one-legged mountain pose with the left knee lifting. Those can always stay down or come up a little higher. Big breath in, flex your ankle. Exhale, point your toes. Inhale, flex that left ankle. Exhale, point your toes. Inhale, flex. This time, exhale, straighten the right leg or the left leg. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Touch your left heel down to the floor, step into that left foot. Inhale, finding one-legged mountain pose. Now with the right knee lifting. Exhale. Inhale, flex your right ankle. Exhale, point. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point. One last time, inhale, flex. This time we exhale and straighten the whole leg. Inhale, bend your right knee. Exhale, straighten. Touch your right heel down, step into the right foot. Take as many more steps as you need to get to the top of your mat, maybe tapping out the toes or the feet a little bit in between sides. And spinning the palms to face the front again, checking in with the shoulders, maybe tucking them back into their place. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, deeper bend of the knees. Inhale, chair pose, arms sweep forward and up. Exhale, airplane the arms, head reaches forward. Inhale, chair. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, chair. And exhale, lower your hands down to the floor or blocks. We're stepping just the left foot back and lowering that left knee to the mat. Possibly stacking your hands on top of the right knee or lifting hands high. Take a few breaths, getting established. Option to stay right here or taking a breath in to prepare for our back bend. Exhale, cactus the arms, lifting the chest and the gaze slightly. Inhale, hands reach high. Exhale, baby back bend. One more time like that. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, back bend. Take your time as you bring your hands down to the blocks and step your right knee back to meet your left. Shift forward and lower your chest all the way to the ground. Inhale, baby cobra. And exhale, lower. Inhale, baby cobra, or pressing in your hands a little bit more into cobra, just be careful. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, baby cobra or cobra. And exhale, lower. Take a breath of rest. Inhale, press your way up, tabletop. And exhale to child's pose. 3 breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Breathing in. And out. One more. Inhale, rise up, tabletop, grabbing your blocks if you want, and exhaling to downward dog. This will be your last one of this class. Big breath in and out. In and out. Last breath in and out. Inhale, bend your knees, look up toward your hands. Exhale, walk your hands to the back of your mat. Forward fold at the back. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bending your knees extra deep. Inhale, press on up, reaching hands high overhead. Exhale, hands come down to heart center. As you take a few moments just to check in with yourself here, I invite you to consider doing this movement with our hands, Hakini Mudra, with the fingertips together, the thumbs still kind of at heart center as you inhale, and exhale, bringing your palms together. Inhaling, Hakini Mudra. Exhaling, Anjali Mudra. Go ahead and keep your eyes closed if you like, and just spend a few moments with your breath, with this focus. Let's take a clearing breath together now. Inhale through the nose and sigh it out. Blinking your eyes open. Let's shift the weight to the left foot now. Finding one-legged mountain pose with the right knee lifting. Exhale. Inhale, sweep your arms forward. Exhale, airplane pose. That right foot presses back, arms start to reach back. Maybe the right toes find the floor or maybe a wall behind you, or you could keep shifting forward. You do you. When you're ready, inhale, come back up. See if you can take that right knee up with you. And exhale, step your right heel to the floor. And we'll do that on the other side. Inhale, left knee rises, one-legged mountain. Exhale here. Inhale, arms reach forward. Exhale, your version of airplane pose. When you're ready, try to make your way back up with the left knee lifting. And then with an exhale, step it on down. All right, now will be a good time to grab a sip of water if you need one. And we'll also grab our bolster, maybe a couple of blankets if you want. So let's just get ready here. We're gonna start with just a little back bend. I'm gonna put a blanket underneath where like my seat will be, and then my back will be up on this bolster. So go ahead and use the props you have. Your legs could be straight or your knees can stay bent. Slowly reclining onto your stack of pillows or your bolster. Sometimes it's nice to have a little extra height underneath your head. I guess that's what I'm going to prefer today. So take your time getting cozy. We'll be here for about 3 minutes. And normally poses don't feel better over time. A lot of times they only accentuate anything that feels uncomfortable. So just do your best to take good care. Settling in, you could bring your feet out near the edges of the mat and your knees resting together at the center. Your legs could be straight on the ground. It's totally up to you. While we're here for now about the next 2.5 minutes, focusing in on something of your choice. If it feels nice to focus in on the beating of your heart, you could do that. Maybe you could focus on keeping your closed eye gaze up at third eye center. You could focus on the rise and fall of the navel point, or the sensation of air entering and leaving the nostrils. Go ahead and explore, and then stick with one of those sensations if that feels interesting. Practicing, focusing, catching yourself when you stop focusing and redirecting. And not considering that a failure, but considering that a win, that you're catching. That you're catching this focus drifting. Just about 10 more breaths. Very slow breaths. One more breath. You're welcome to linger here as long as you'd like. Eventually, we will start to press our way up onto the forearms, coming to a seat. Let your knees shift over to the right. We're gonna find a twist here. So your right hip will be close to your stack of props or your bolster. Your knees can be bent or extended. You get to choose what you do with the lower half of the body. We're gonna turn into kind of a downward twist. So hands could go on either side of your bolster, kind of tucking that in there, and then slowly reclining onto your bolster. You could hold your arm, like the right hand, maybe like up around your pillow or underneath your pillow. Sometimes it can feel really nice on the right pec or the right shoulder to let your right arm kind of press out onto the right side. Tailor your experience here. And we'll be here for 3 minutes. Finding a new focus this time if you'd like, or sticking with the one you had before. Some kind of physical sensation you can tune into, or maybe a visualization. Letting all of your facial features, all the muscles around your face, around your eyes, let them clock out for now. Softening, letting your shoulders and your neck smooth and release. Possibly deepening your breath a bit just to feel the ways that the inhalations accentuate the twists and turns of this pose. Ten more breaths. Just about one more breath. Like you're moving in sleep, maybe not even opening your eyes here. Press your hands or your forearms into the mat on either side of your bolster and start to press your way up to a tabletop position. Knees coming under the shoulders, hands below the shoulders, knees below the hips for cat and cow. Inhaling, cow pose, lowering your belly, lifting your gaze and your tailbone. Exhale, cat in slow motion, rounding up through the spine, tucking your chin and tailbone. Keep moving through cat and cow for a few more rounds before we head to the second side. When the time is right, go ahead and sit on the left glute here, tucked in by your bolster. Again, your knees could be bent here, straight or whatever feels nice. We're gonna bring the hands on either side of the bolster again and slowly lower your way on down. Might feel different on this side, so just go ahead and explore variations and edits until you find something comfortable or you feel that you've really cared enough for your physical body here to be able to just soften up and relax for the next 3 minutes. Once again, choosing a focus, really practicing concentration here throughout our class today. Training awareness to stay in one place for longer than our short attention spans that generally the population has, social media and all of that. So reclaiming your awareness and your attention, one mindful breath at a time here. Refusing to be in a rush. Sticking with it here. Briefly scanning for any holding or gripping and softening even more, letting the bolster hold you up. 10 more breaths. Just about one more breath. Again, like you're moving in sleep, pressing your hands into the mat on either side of your bolster. Go ahead and come up to tabletop again, and then find your way to a supported child's pose. We can bring the knees out wide, big toes touching behind you, and then grabbing as many pillows. I might even put some blocks underneath this pillow here for me. Just build something up so your child's pose feels extra supported. You could turn your head to one side as you rest, or I'm feeling like bringing a little something between my knees or behind my thighs there. Could try that. Now the bolster's not doing it for me, so just keep moving until you find a variation that suits you well. We're not going to be here quite as long. This one tends to get a little intense. We'll just be here for 10 breaths total. One more breath or so. And as you're ready, slowly rising back up, tabletop. We're going to come into our final rest today, final resting pose, deluxe shavasana. I'm going to grab a little something underneath my head, bringing the bolster underneath my knees. If you have a blanket you could pull up over you, that would be nice. Or maybe something you could put over your eyes for just like a little bit of pressure on the forehead or over the eyes, if that's comfortable for you. Or dimming the light. And here, we'll just let go of the need to control the breath or do anything in particular. Let's just watch as our own experiences unfold over the next 5 minutes. Just notice what you notice. Letting go of your need to control here, just softening more. Surrendering to the reality of this moment. Noticing what you notice. Let go of any tension or chronic gripping or holding that just sometimes creeps in. Go ahead and notice that and see if you can smooth it out. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take one big breath here and start to reawaken with some wiggles of fingers and toes. Maybe moving your head side to side, yawning or swallowing. Eventually reaching into a long body stretch. And then choose a side and roll into the fetal position on that side with the knees slightly tucked in. Take one big round of breath right there. And then use the help of your hands to press your way up to a comfortable seat. We'll join hands together at heart center. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May we have peace in our actions, peace in our words, and peace in our thoughts. Together, bringing thumbs up to third eye center, just between and above the eyebrows. Let's seal in our practice with a little bow forward now. Peace.